I think this off-season we've been led by our 4 seniors and then our other 2 returners. And they've done a really good job of bringing our 6 newcomers along and getting them all on the same page. I think the chemistry that we've developed off the court has really helped us with the on-the-court part, and that is something we're really looking forward to with the start of the season.
Coach, you talked about team chemistry. Team unity obviously is a very important thing for everyone. What do your girls do off the court to help them be unified on the court?
They do a lot of things actually, and this year we haven't had to try and push them to do it, which has probably been the coolest thing for us. But they've had a lot more pool parties than they've ever had in the past. We have a couple kids that have apartments with pools and just had, excuse me, the whole team come over. They do a lot of community service together. We've worked at some food banks. We've done a run for scholarships, excuse me, and I apologize. And just done some things to try and get them where they're having to work together. They did a scavenger hunt a few weeks ago, which I think was the coolest thing that we've done since I've been there. And they went around town, did some videos together, and then we did a mashup and an ice cream party afterwards. So anything that we can do where they're having to be together off the floor, I think is really what's going to help us with the on-the-court part.
Coach, who's going to do the scoring this year? You lost your top 3 scorers, and scoring was a little bit of an issue in the first place. So who's going to do the scoring for you this year?
I think one of the things that you'll see from this team this year that you haven't seen in the past is we have the ability to knock down from 1 through 12. We haven't had that before, and I think that's something that we're all looking forward to. Just with those kids that can knock down the open shots, and again, haven't had that. So I think obviously we'll expect it from Shatoya, just being our leading returner back, making all newcomer team last year, so we expect big things from her. Hannah Albrecht and Anna Loppencooper obviously have high expectations, being returning guards that Anna has started for 3 years now, and Hannah has started for 2. So expecting some big things from our upperclassmen, but at the same time, we're going to have to get some contributions from some young kids. So I think with that, Riley Ott is going to be asked to do quite a few things from the point guard position. And then Hannah Hess, who came off the bench for us last year as a shooter, we're going to obviously expect her to come in, be able to knock down some shots, and kind of carry that load as well, after maybe losing some kids that did that. But I think you'll see a different product from us as far as from 1 through 12, that ability to be able to knock down the open look.
You mentioned seeing a different product. How important is it this year? I mean, what do you got to do to kind of change the fortunes around here? Because it's been a rough last couple of years.
You know, it's not everybody can see the progress that we make off the court, which I think that's half the battle with some of the things that go on in college athletics. I think we've done a really, really good job of that, and changing the culture and focusing on those academics and getting out in the community a little bit more. And now we're going to see it on the basketball floor as well. I think the group that we have put together is going to shock a lot of people. They're going to come out, and what we're looking for is to play hard for 40 minutes. Give it your all for 40 minutes, bust it for 40 minutes. That's all you can ask for. You know, shots are going to go in or you're going to miss them, but you can control that attitude and effort for the full 40 minutes. And I think that's what we expect from this team, we expect from this group, and I definitely think we'll see that this year.
Any problem getting picked last in the preseason polls? I mean, was it kind of expected, considering how the last few years have gone?
I'll be honest, I didn't know where we were picked until I walked in here this morning and looked at the paper. That's something that we haven't talked about. You know, preseason is preseason. It's all a bunch of numbers, and people put it out there, you know, to get media to talk about it a little bit, which is fine. Hopefully that'll give our kids some incentive. I know as coaches, we haven't even talked about it. I know Coach Nelson went through, made her picks in that, and we didn't even talk about it really as a staff. We know what we have to do. We've been focused on what we have to do, and we're just kind of going from there. But we're excited for the start of the season. November 5th can't get here soon enough, and hopefully we can get it rolling the right way.
What do you ask for in your senior leaders their undergraduate students that haven't really experienced college yet?
What are we asking from them?
Yeah.
Well, I think from our seniors, we just want them to be good leaders. We need them to lead on and off the floor. We need them to lead vocally and by example. So obviously expecting a lot out of them. With our young kids, we expect them to, yes, follow, but at the same time, don't be afraid to step up in your own leadership role. I think for Riley Ott, especially being a freshman point guard, that's something you have to do. As a point guard, you are a leader from the get-go. It doesn't matter how old you are, and our upperclassmen have to be willing to listen to her when necessary, because that's important. And what we have seen so far, and obviously you haven't played any games yet, so you haven't gone through the roller coaster of a season and the ups and downs, but they've done a really good job of listening to Riley, taking commands from her on the court, and she is our coach on the floor. So I think from that standpoint, as long as they can all stay on the same page, good things can happen. But again, you got to get through the Januaries and Februaries of the world, and that's every team goes through that, and it's the ones that can navigate the best through that are the ones that come out on top.
And you play 2 tournaments before conference play starts. You play one Thanksgiving week, and then you play one of the towards the beginning of December.
Yep.
Will that help you prepare for Summer League tournament coming in March?
I think so. I think anytime you can put your kids in those situations that they're going to have to experience come conference tournament time, that it's a good thing. And we go to Akron for a 2-day tournament, and then we go out to San Diego for a 2-day tournament. So you have really less than 24 hours to prep for your next opponent, and that's how it is come conference tournament play. So I definitely think it'll be a good stepping ground for us. And with us having a younger group, yes, we have some upperclassmen, but then after our 4 seniors, the other 8 haven't seen a lot of playing time. So I think it'll be really good for them to get that experience, especially early on. And we can use those moments to help prepare when it comes to March. Thank you, guys. Have a great day.